Picture books. We all love them, we've all read them or had them read to us, and whenever I'm asked what my favorite book is, my answer has always been Stella Luna, a picture book. But then, I began to wonder what makes these elementary introductions to reading so impactful in our lives. Shouldn't the more complex literary works like The Heart of Darkness or Catch-22 be the ones that change our worldview? Well, as I looked into it, I ended up learning that picture books are far more complex than I thought, and it turns out these books aren't just made to improve our early reading skills. So, as I stumbled across the internet searching for answers, I came across this book, Children's Picture Books, The Art of Visual Storytelling by Martin Salisbury and Morag Stiles, and in it they cite this definition as the basis for understanding the nature of picture books. As an art form, it hinges on the interdependence of pictures and words. You see, what makes a picture book unique from other literary works is this interaction between visual and verbal narratives. However, it's important to note that this is an interdependence between the two. It's often misconceived that a picture book is just the use of words to describe the picture or a picture to show what the words describe, but that isn't the case. Let me show you. In Rosas Walk by Pat Hutchins, the words tell a story of Rosie the hen who goes for a walk. The words bring the reader through the yard, around the pond, past the mill, and eventually she gets back home in time for dinner. But one of the main draws of Rosie's walk isn't Rosie at all, but this fox. And when you look at the text, this supposedly vital character isn't mentioned at all. Instead, it's a character who lives only in the pictures, introducing a completely different part of the story that would be impossible to know if you only read the words alone. So when you read this book, in order to get the full story, you're required to connect both the context provided in the text with the drama revealed in the image. This playful interaction between word and image is exactly what allows for a picture book to be more complex than a chapter book. While leaving segments out of the words that can be deduced through viewing the picture or sometimes even juxtaposing image from narration, picture books have the capability to actively challenge the reader and require them to engage with both picture and words to get the full story. But because of how open-ended the bridge between the two can be, there's usually room for multiple different ways to understand what's happening. Is Rosie actually planting traps and tricking the fox, or is she just blissfully ignorant of the danger that she's in? And it's through utilizing this interplay of image and text that some picture books are even able to push the boundaries of the medium itself. While many chapter books rely on the pages to act as a mere vessel for the words, picture books understand that the physical book also plays a part in the story. Eric Carle does this in his creative use of cutouts and pop-up pages. The layered fruits can help visually represent growing numbers, and the physical necessity of a larger page to fit an image can exemplify scale of the story. This utilization of the medium can also be seen in the turning of the page. What may just be an arbitrary placement in a chapter book is at the core of building tension and drama in a picture book. The anticipation of turning the page to see what happens next and to learn more helps to encourage the reader to physically seek out the answers that remain hidden to them. But after learning all of this, I found myself back to the original question. What makes children's picture books so impactful? And I think the answer to this lies in what these books represent. By scattering the story between word and picture, by pushing readers to physically search for more information, picture books are an encouragement of exploration. The story often leaves a multitude of blanks for us to fill in, inferences to deduce, and the pictures are often simplistic and abstract, allowing us to imprint our own details and ideas into the image. You see, it's this lack of confining detail that allows for us to really search for our own conclusions. It doesn't just force the author's perspective into our minds, but rather encourages us to find our own answers. And being that picture books tend to be the first time we're invited to explore topics that can still be complex for even adults, this open-ended medium can be vital in helping us navigate through the world when we find ourselves to be hopelessly lost. Picture book writers and illustrators have a respect for their readers' curiosity and trust in their ability to explore. Picture books aren't just a method to help teach children literary skills and build a stronger vocabulary, but is rather a story that requires the reader to search for answers themselves, to come up with their own conclusions, and ultimately nurture the need to constantly explore and redefine our experiences. Picture books offer a method to safely explore the vast and complex world around us, and they often have a strong impact on our lives because they tend to be the first time we're given this opportunity to discover things for ourselves. Hey, it's Q. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe down below. If you want to learn more about picture books, most of the information I got was from this book, so I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. I just settled into a new apartment, so I'll be back on track with these videos, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Awesome.